So, we have a game called Jected Rivals, and I absolutely love the concept of this game. It is like the perfect idea for a game. What you have is a PvP 18-player extreme sports Fall Guys, if you want to call it that. Basically, you have a mixture of Fall Guys in there. You've also got what I'm going to say is a mixture of some Riders Republic, and then you also have some Flatout in there too. Because what you do in this is you, like in the arena, you search for a match. Once you found one with 17 other players, you are put into a random game mode. And at the moment, the game is in early access. That's why I'm not going to be as harsh as I would sometimes be with other games. And it's also free to play. So I haven't spent a penny on this whatsoever. I didn't buy any of the supporter editions or anything like that. But you and 17 other players get put into a random game mode. And for an example, the first one I was thrown into, you had to drive down this ramp, and when you get to the end, you have to eject out of your car, and you have to basically nudge yourself, so do like front flips and stuff in the air, to try and get as much distance as possible. And this game looks great for a game of this style. But there are lots and lots of things that really let it down. And I'm going to actually put quite a bit of blame onto the publishers, because I've heard from the reviews that this game was just released out of nowhere, and I've never ever seen a bit of marketing for this game whatsoever. This game is published by THQ Nordic, and they publish some decent games. They've published lots and lots of games as far as I'm aware. I do see their games pop up quite often. But yeah, they've done absolutely no promotion for this game whatsoever. So at the time of me recording this, the game only has 119 reviews. It's been out for about 2 days, and it's sitting at 43% positive. But after 2 days for a free-to-play game with this much promise, like the concept, to only have 120 reviews is ridiculous. And while they are definitely not 100% accurate, the SteamDB concurrent player numbers are saying this game peaked at 200 players. The peak today, 2 days after launch, is only 140, and we are going through the weekend, where a lot more players jump online to play games. So this game is basically dead in the water. As I've said, it's the perfect idea, mixing Fall Guys with Riders Republic and Flatout. Extreme sports, really good fun. And the way they've set it up, a lot of fun. However, there are terrible performance issues, like a lot of games that have released in 2023. I've spoken about some of them recently on the channel. And oftentimes in this game, if you crash into another car or anything like that, if there's any sort of collision, your frame rate is going to drop, and it drops really bad. Another thing that is wrong with this game is the car handling is awful, and the transition from car to flight is really bad. So it seems as though it's an incredible idea, but the execution has been shit. And for that reason, I don't think this game is worth playing at all. It's just not worth your time. The roadmap they've put out for this during early access is nothing to write home about either. What they've got is, in May, they're going to have a friends list, they're going to have parties, they're going to release squad mode, a new map, new character. In June, they're going to have leaderboards, new mode, new car, new map. Then in July, they're going to have progression first pass, whatever that is, probably a battle pass or whatever, season pass. Then new car, new map, new mode. I don't think it's acceptable, even for a free-to-play game that's trying to make some profits or whatever. I don't think it's acceptable to just every month release a new map, new car, new mode. And not only that, I had to play 2 matches of this game because the first one actually bugged out my OBS. I don't know how it happened. It was probably just a freak accident sort of thing to happen. But basically, I was recording it using OBS. I've never ever had this issue with OBS. But for some reason, loading into one of the events, I basically had a pop-up on OBS saying that the encoding had failed or something like that. I've never ever had it, and I've used OBS for years. Exactly the same setup, nothing changed, just this game caused a problem with it. Then when I loaded the game up again, because I closed the game down, relaunched OBS, made sure everything was up and running so I could start recording again, I loaded the game, went into another lobby, and it gave me the exact same events. So while it seems as though there's, I don't know, probably 8+ events, I only got to play the same ones over and over again. So I made it to the final. I'd come third overall in my second game. So I got to play a total of 4 different events. So adding in a new map, new mode, new car makes absolutely no difference whatsoever to this game. I feel as though this game might never actually see the end of early access. I like, they're not going to make money on this, however much they've spent to develop this game. And it's really, really sad, because this game definitely had the potential, like the idea and everything is there. But it's never going to make enough money for them to continue development with it. They've already shown a lack of players at launch, and I'm going to put that on THQ Nordic for not running marketing campaigns and stuff. The publishers are usually the ones that deal with the promotion of games and everything and building up hype and stuff before release. And not only that, someone in the review said that the game just dropped out of nowhere. So there's not going to be many people whatsoever that are aware of this game. Obviously, you guys watching the video, you know about this game now. And there might be some other YouTube videos and stuff, but if that's THQ Nordic's way of getting people to promote the game is just like waiting for content creators to pick it up, then they don't deserve any promotion for it anyway. And it's really, really sad for the developers, because they've put a lot of effort into this game. The game world looks good, the ideas are there. It seems as though it could be a really, really fun game, but with performance issues, and I mean bad performance issues, with the same events running over and over again, with just basically a lack of content. They've just got one mode where you can queue solo, you can jump in and play against 17 random players, and that is it. So yeah, while the game might be early access, it seems as though it's far too early to have been released in early access. It needed more work, it needed optimizing. So in my opinion, do not play Jected Rivals. That is at least for the time being, until they get some updates and stuff out, and hopefully they fix some of the problems I've mentioned. Although I'm not counting on it, because the player count is so low already. For a free-to-play game to only pick up 120 reviews in 2 days' time with this concept, it's not good at all. And on that note, we are going to leave the video there. If you enjoyed it, leaving a like is appreciated. If you wish to support me further as a creator, there are links in the description. Let me know your thoughts about the video in the comments. And if you want to watch more, you can click the video on screen. All support on the channel is greatly appreciated, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.